I've said before, Facebook has changed this from a long time ago when I was used to doing it more, and I had difficulty logging on. So I'm going to say hello to everyone in the chat box. And I see 3 viewers. Thank you for logging on. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Can somebody please put a message in the chat box or the comment box so I can see that this is working and that you can hear me? Okay, I'm still not seeing any comments. I see that 5 people have logged on. If you could please put a message in the comment box. I don't know if I'm seeing anybody that. Oh, hey, the Easter Bunny's here. Hello, Fran. Thank you. So that I know people are on here. We're getting more people all the time. So we have 8 people now. I want to welcome. Hello, Doris. Thank you for logging on and thank you for making comments. Trudy, hi, buddy. Thank you for letting me know that it's working. Thank you so much. I hope that I will do the signs properly. I'm in a little tiny box to myself instead of a larger screen. So I always like to see how I'm doing the signs, so hopefully they'll be okay. I want to welcome you to this special edition to Happiness is Signing. This presentation that I'm going to do of religious signs, it means a lot to me. I am a Christian, and I love to share signs that of my faith, how I became involved in sign language in the first place. I visited a church that had a deaf ministry, and I had never seen sign language before, really. And I became more involved in the ministry at the church. And when I first visited there, the interpreter, it's like my eyes were just like focused on her the whole time. I was so engaged in it, and that's how I knew sign language was for me. It sort of spoke to my heart. So let's get started. I have a lot of things I want to share with you. I don't want to overload you with a lot of signs. Of course, you can replay this back and review them. It's just, I have so many signs I'm so excited to share with you that I feel like I give you too many. So be patient with yourself. If you don't remember the signs, remember you are learning a language. And we've talked about in the past, as a child develops and as they learn language, maybe between 3 and 5, they get a really big vocabulary. So it can take a while, maybe even several years, before you have a great big vocabulary in sign language. I have been teaching a couple who I love, that they probably have been with me now for a couple of 3 years teaching one-on-one, and they're at the top of their game now. They're really interested in it, and they keep learning all the time. And I also want to mention to you that I do teach sign language one-on-one through Skype or video chat or Zoom, and I'd be happy to do that with you. The price is very inexpensive. It's about the price of a lunch, and we can work one-on-one if you want to go more in depth learning sign language. So let's get started. Let's learn the sign that has to do with, before we get to our Easter Christianity signs, let's learn the signs from our Jewish friends. So let's learn the sign for Happy Passover. So happy, we know, I'm going to reposition my camera here, starts about here, and you roll out. That's also the sign for Merry, like in Merry Christmas. So Merry and Happy are the same signs. So you start here and you sort of roll out for Happy. And the sign for Passover and Cracker are basically the same. So you take an A, and remember to learn finger spelling or the alphabet, because when I teach and when other teachers teach also, they'll say, use an A shape, use an S shape when doing a sign. So be sure and practice your finger spelling in the alphabet. So we have an A shape, and you hit the bottom of your elbow right here. So happy Passover. Happy Passover. And you just hit your elbow right here a couple of times. Also, the sign for Passover can be done with the letter P, and you just go over your hand like you're passing over it with the letter P, Passover. But the sign you'll see most often is Happy Passover. The sign for Jew is, if you, a lot of rabbis or Orthodox Jewish people, men, have chin hair. So you just pull it down. That's the sign for Jew. Jew. So let's move over now to our Christianity signs. The sign for Jesus, the concept of it is based on the nail prints in his hands after the crucifixion. So we take our middle fingers, Jesus, and you're touching each palm, Jesus, Jesus. The sign for Christian can either be a Jesus person, and you put the person in indicator on many signs, like a teacher, baker, lawyer. So that sign, person sign, or person classification sign, is used a lot in sign language. So, or we can, for Christian, you can use the C, and you start here, and you go to your side. Now, that sign, how you can remember it, is like Miss America wears a sash that says Miss America on it, or a sign of royalty. So Christ starts here, you're tracing that sash and goes to your side, and then the person sign. So let's do that sign again for Christian, either Jesus person or Christ person. The sign for God just goes straight down your face. God. Start up pointing toward heaven with a flat hand and all fingers together, and it goes down, God. And what if you wanted to tell someone God bless you? So the sign for God bless you, we have our thumbs up. We put them to either side of our mouth, and we come down, then flatten out for bless. So God bless you. Resurrect or resurrection. So your Jesus was standing, or a picture of him standing. Actually, he was laying in the tomb, wasn't he? And then go up like this for resurrect. Resurrect. Holiday. So with your thumbs, you just sort of like, if you had like bib overalls on or something, and you were like sort of fluffing up, going underneath where your overalls were. Holiday. Holiday. Sunday. Easter falls on Sunday. So it's sort of like you're washing windows on Sunday. 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 Die. So Jesus died. So one palm's up, one's palm's down, and it's like you're turning the body over. Let's try that again. One palm's up, one palm's down, and it's like you're turning the body over. Sacrifice. Jesus was a sacrifice for our sins. So sacrifice. Sacrifice. And you might see sacrifice done this way, where it's being lifted to heaven, just lifting your hands up to heaven. But I do sacrifice this way. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Miracle. So the sign for miracle can be done two different ways. Miracle can be wonderful happen. Something wonderful happened. It's a miracle. So let's do that again. Wonderful happen, or a wonderful work. So work is like pounding or like a hammer. So let's do that again. Let's do both of those signs again. Wonderful, wonderful happened, or wonderful work. Christ shed his blood on the cross. The sign for blood, two different ways. You can just do it like this, but I usually do it like this. Red for your red lipstick is how you can remember. It's also the sign for red, the color red. Red, blood. Red, blood. Cross, cross. Crucify. Okay, let's do that again. Putting the nails in the hands for the crucifixion, and then raising them up. And of course, crosses with a C. This is the C in the alphabet when your fingers fell. And then just make the sign of the cross. Celebrate. So you have your hands that look like X's. This is the X sign in your finger spelling. And you like celebrate. You just do circles of those. Bible. Bible is Jesus' book. So Jesus and then book. Jesus, book. Chapter. So like a chapter in the Bible. You put your hand like this, straight out. You make a C and you go down for chapter. Chapter. And then verse would be your thumb and your index finger, and you go straight out for verse. Verse. So let's do that again. C for chapter, chapter, and then verse. Your thumb and index finger and straight across. The sign for Catholic. So I use my two fingers and just do the sign of the cross on my forehead. And you keep it in this vicinity, like where your glasses come. So, Catholic. And grace, God's grace. So it's like it's showering on you. And be sure and keep it in this side of your head, because if you have it up here and go like this, that's actually the sign for shower. So we want to be sure for grace to keep it to the side and like this for grace. So I know those were a lot of words to go over. Let's review them just really fast to see how our time's doing. Let's review those real fast. Okay, so we did happy, Passover, Jew, Jesus, Jesus, Christian, Jesus person. It can be done that way. God bless you. Resurrect. Holiday. Holiday. Sunday. Sunday. Die. Jesus died on, let's do the sign for Easter. We haven't done that yet. Some people do Easter, your E's. Some people do Easter like this or like this. But I do Easter like this, like I'm tracing the handle of the Easter basket. Easter. Now you need to be careful doing this sign, because if you do this and your face, remember in ASL, visual, your face, the expressions on your face mean a lot. It's part of the language. If you do this in a frantically worried look, it's the sign for emergency. So you need to do this very carefully and have a smile because of Easter. So I usually do. So don't do it real frantically and haphazardly. and look worried or don't have a happy look on your face. Easter is a holiday, so we uh, represent it by looking happy. So, Easter. So, Jesus died on Easter Sunday. That's not really true, is it? I got confused. He died on Good Friday. He rose again on Easter Sunday. Sorry, mistake me. I got confused, didn't I? So let's do that again so I don't have a mistake. Okay. Jesus died on Good Friday. Jesus rose on Easter Sunday. Okay, that one was right. Okay. Sacrifice, sacrifice. Miracle, blood, cross, crucify, celebrate, Bible, chapter, verse, Catholic, and grace. Okay, so I said in a post that we'd learn John 3:16, and I sort of debated about doing this because I felt like I'm giving you too many signs in one session. But we'll do this because you can review it, and I think I'll have a part 2 of religious signing so we can review some more. So this won't seem like it's so many signs coming to you at one time. So John 3:16. And this is signed English. This is not ASL. And remember, we've talked about in the past the difference between signed English and ASL. ASL sentence structure has its own sentence structure. It's totally different from English. But we are doing signed English on this. So, for, F-O-R. So you start here and you like do a little, your finger going slightly outward. For, and we know the sign for God. We just did that. So, like much, so loved. The, we have a T and we draw it straight up. The world, W's, world. So it's like the world turning on its axis, world. That. Some people do that like this, that he gave. So usually I do give or like a gift out like that, but it's because God gave his son to us, the gift from him. We're pulling it from heaven toward us. Okay, so let's review what we've just learned. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten boy sign, baby sign, son, that it doesn't matter. See how I'm doing that? Doesn't matter who. Point to your head for believeth in him shall not perish. Remember, we just had that sign. Perish, but have everlasting else life. Okay, so let's do that one more time. And remember, you can view the playback to review this. So let's do it one more time. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Okay, well, we learned a lot of signs today. I hope it's not too overwhelming for you. Be sure and practice, and that helps a lot. And I really appreciate you logging on and learning signs that have to do with Easter and signs used in church and religious setting. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and happy Easter. Take care.